Hi, Peggy O'Neill here. Today I want to talk to you about how powerful transformation is, in fact, at your fingertips. You may remember from the introductory video in the tapping app, Tap for Joy, that Tap for Joy is a in-your-pocket or pocketbook tool for reducing stress and increasing happiness. You may also remember that it was invented by this super cool guy named Robert Smith, who was very inventive. He took three cutting-edge modern psychotechnologies and put them together to create a tool of transformation that is just incredibly powerful and can completely transform people's lives. In this video, I'm going to talk to you a little bit about those three techniques that he did put together and what makes this process so incredibly powerful. So first, let's go to who is this app for? Who is Tap for Joy for? And actually, it's for everyone. We all are evolutionary beings, and we all want to evolve. We all want our life to get better, and Tap for Joy is for anyone who wants their life to get better. So that's a pretty easy answer. And what makes it so effective? So there are a lot of things that make it effective, and it's a little bit complex. I'm trying to break it down and make it easy for you to understand. So first of all, Eutaptics and Faster EFT, which Tap for Joy is just an app extension of those, is a combination of three, as I said, modern psychotherapeutic technologies, and they're put together to make this super powerful technology. So Eutaptics is a combination of hypnosis, of NLP, or neuro-linguistic programming, also a tongue twister, and the emotional freedom technique, or EFT. So hypnosis, like what's that? Like we've all seen people going, look into my eyes. And we don't do that in Faster EFT, but we do access the subconscious mind, and that's basically what we're communicating with, and that's how the hypnosis part of this practice comes into play. NLP, or I think I'm gonna have to start over. NLP was made popular by Tony Robbins, and it helps people overcome their fears and their phobias. It helps people break through from their limiting beliefs through patterning specific uses of language. So the specific uses of language is what we apply quite a bit in Eutaptics. And also, Eutaptics uses many of the components of EFT tapping. It utilizes the acupressure points and the energy channels in the physiology, and it also uses repeating relevant dialogues. The way that Eutaptics differs from EFT is that we use fewer acupressure points. I think in EFT they use 13, they go all over your torso, and it's pretty hard to remember. Eutaptics only uses above the eye, beside the eye, below the eye, on the collarbone, grabbing the wrist. And in those few points, Robert figures that we stimulate enough of the internal organs to create the chemicals that are needed to break the neural pathways of the difficult memories. So another thing that is different about Eutaptics than EFT is that it differs in basic philosophy, how it holds people and their problems. So EFT sees people having some kind of distortion in their energy flow, and Eutaptics sees people as perfectly responding to the information that's been input. So really the issue is more with the information, and if you want to change the behavior, change the information that's in the mind. It changed the blueprint. So those are some of the components that make up Faster EFT. And now let's take a look at how Eutaptics' unique point of view on life experiences and memories makes it so incredibly effective. So we all have experiences, and those experiences get stored in our memory, in our conscious mind, in our unconscious and subconscious minds. Now, the storage of information is often accurate, and it's often inaccurate. I don't know if you've seen, there's a couple of TED Talks about how they've done scientific research that shows that memories are often very inaccurate. So whether the memories are accurate or inaccurate, they still do the same thing. They create a blueprint that is responsible for our sense of self, for how we express ourselves, for our beliefs, for our capacities, and how, most of all, for the results that we bring into the world. So what we hold in our mind is all important. And as Buddha said, the mind is all important. What we think is what we become. So our experience comes to us through our senses, through seeing, hearing, tasting, smelling, and feeling. Our sensory and sometimes extrasensory perceptions of life get stored in our mind in the form of memories. And as I said, they get stored in the conscious mind, also in the subconscious and unconscious mind. Well, all of that mind stuff is the foundation of our sense of self, how we behave and what we create in our lives. It's literally a blueprint. Since 95% of our mind stuff is stored in our subconscious and unconscious mind, when we work with the conscious mind, it's often difficult to create change because so little bit of the mind actually exists in the conscious portion. So Eutaptics has developed a way of working with the mind stuff so that it actually changes the subconscious and unconscious memories and mind stuff. Changing memories is what Eutaptics is really all about, and what makes this technique so incredibly magical and powerful. Now let's look at an example to better understand the transformational and mysterious process of changing memories. So in this example, someone is tapping and having an experience of changing a memory. It could be you. Imagine that you sit down to tap and that you're bringing to mind a situation where you have a strong reaction to your boss ignoring you. As you tap, you begin to notice that you're having a memory from your childhood. And in the image, you see your father who's distant, overbearing, and shut down, ignoring you, and you're crying. As you tap on the memory, the stress gets processed in your body, and it starts to be released. It gets digested. As you let go of the stress, you start to notice that you see the different situation from a different perspective. Usually it's from a bigger perspective. As you continue tapping, you see that at first you blamed yourself for your father's lack of interest in you. It was your fault. You did something wrong. There was something wrong with you. And as you continue to tap, as that perception changes, you see that your dad actually had many difficulties, that he had many experiences that wounded him. And that's what made it so difficult for him to express his love for you. Your memory changes from a parent not loving you to a parent who was wounded, from you doing something wrong to seeing that it was really about him. Seeing things more clearly shifts our perception, and then memories change. It changes the way we hold ourselves, the way we respond to others, and the way we show up in the world. When we shift the memories of our most difficult life experiences, life changes dramatically. This is just one example of many, many examples. So tapping releases the stress. When we let it go, our mind opens to a more clear perspective, sometimes a bigger perspective, and this allows a change in our subconscious and unconscious mind. As we change our difficult and stressful memories over time, the transformation becomes significant. It becomes truly life-changing. So powerful transformation is at your fingertips. And the benefits of tapping are cumulative, and as we continue to do them daily, they can become life-changing. So doing them on a daily basis is very important. And I want to invite you now to join the 14-day challenge that's at the end of the tapping experience in your app, Tap for Joy app. The 14-day challenge will give you more experience. It'll give you more support and understanding of this powerful technology that is truly transformational. So hop over there now. I'd love to see you in the 14-day challenge. We'll be there together, and you'll grow in your capacity to have your life transform in a very significant way. So long for now.